30 minutes would be what?
You just need 30 minutes out.
So, okay,
15,
so it'd be like
316.
316.
Okay, we are live.
We're live. Welcome to Mocktails or
Messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski.
welcome. We are live for the first time in the clubhouse, in the studio. We got our crew over here. We got Peter Parker and Liza Minnelli. Say hi.
They like to be behind the scenes. Did you order him a car?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so you're going to have to, like, keep
okay.
We're ordering a car for somebody.
So we have a guest coming later, and he said he wants to get really messy.
So he's like, you got to order a car for me. I'm not going to be showing up there with a car and then have to, like, Uber home or drive home or, nobody's drinking and driving anymore. That's not a thing.
That's so 2005.
Exactly. I mean, that's kind of fucked up and messy to say, but it is true. Like, people were just take advantage, or they would just fuck around and, like, I remember, I will say, the one time we went to Jay's other place on Route 8, and this was when we just turned 21.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't 21 yet.
You were 20 and had a fake ID.
I was 20, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me order this car. But Jay's other place, we got fucked up because we were at the poorhouse on Route 8 in Hampton, and then we were like, we want to go somewhere more fun, and we want to get, like, lit. And I don't know why we thought that was a good idea and drive. And I remember this was the one and only time I saw the lines on the road when we're going home, and it was like blurry lines on the road, and I'm like, never again.
Oh my god, I was in the car with you.
And I was driving your car, the Ford Escort.
Oh my god, we would have died in that. That thing was like paper thin. That's scary. I didn't know that.
I know. That was stupid.
But yeah, that was like the first time I'd ever been to a bar.
Yeah.
And they didn't even question my fake ID.
I know.
I
guess you were young. You were young for our year.
Yeah,
you were in June. With us. I think we just did a lot of things by ourselves.
It was probably just us, yeah.
Is it because we were losers and didn't have that many friends, or we just, like, didn't want to be bothered with anyone else?
It was exclusive. So we're ordering a car for Gregory because he
don't get it twisted. He hates Greg.
Okay, we're not going to call him Greg.
Yes.
He said that we don't have enough messy people on Mocktails Are Messy.
Yeah, you
that
believe
everybody's
that?
Like, which maybe he's right. Maybe we need to make it a little messier.
I guess. So, I mean,
we definitely, once you got this car ready,
I know.
We have
it's
some
so
good
fucking
news
annoying. Yes.
from both of us. I'm going to open up this Corbel champagne because I have a drink that I'm going to make today in celebration of something. So I'm going to open this up and try to not give myself a black eye with this cork. I always struggle with these because they scare me.
I know. And now Corbel,
maybe I need your help.
What
did you order it?
you just? I did.
Okay,
I just want to try to share this with him. Do you want to see? We'll flip.
Okay.
Flip flop.
Yeah.
Flip fuck.
I'm going to tap it out. You tap in. We're going to ride this train together.
Do you know what flip fuck means in the gay world?
No, tell me.
Okay, so it's like whenever there's somebody that is like a top that prefers to, like, be the dominant one, like, go in, and then, like, they will flip, like, the guy who's the bottom is, like, the one who likes to take it, like the catcher, the pitcher. So when somebody says flip fuck, it's like they like to go back and forth, like, so, like, they're versatile. If you were a gay man, what would you be?
I would be a top.
Yeah, you probably would.
What are you?
I'm total verse. I used to be like dom top.
Flip-flop?
Yeah, but then everybody laughed at me. They were like, "You're not a dom top. Are you fucking crazy, you little fucking queen?"
What's dub?
Dom.
Oh, dom.
Yeah. Dom. Like, meaning like dominantly top.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little like gayisms culture for you.
Yeah,
but
you'd think I would know it all, but I don't.
Yeah, you're still a little green.
Yeah, I guess it's just not like what the life I'm living right now.
I know.
I am a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. We do address that every time. You got to remind everybody you are a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids that are running around.
People just don't believe it because I'm just so cool. I'm just kidding.
I know. I still don't believe it. Like, I even think your friends are always like, how are you doing this? Like as much as I knew you were going to be a mom, but like, it's kind of like surreal. Like you are actually very responsible adult now.
Thank you. I never thought that day would come, honestly.
But you're not responsible where you get the good shit. You got the Corbel. Like, what made you decide this brand?
Well,
Was it the price?
That's my husband. He's cheap. Okay, what is wrong with me?
So next time, don't. Okay, we're gonna pop it.
Why can't I share this?
Woo!
Okay.
Popping bottles, bitch your body waddle.
Just
Is that a song? Yeah, that is
tell
a
him the car will
song.
be there at 3:20. I cannot figure out how to like share that
I
thing.
know. I think we have to
So-
wait to like share it. I mean,
Okay.
me and you, it's like the blind leading the blind
We'll
when it
just tell
comes
him
to
it's
certain
coming,
things
'cause
like
we can't-
technology.
Yeah, we got to focus on our life. Okay, so
in our lives.
I am making a new beginning mimosa today.
Ooh.
I have the real stuff. There's alcohol in this, and you have the alcohol free.
Yes, and we owe it to your husband for picking up,
Yes.
you know. Hey, let's be real here. Like, sometimes you just got to be cheap. And I'm not saying he's a cheapskate, but like these are not my go-tos. But free is
Okay,
a good.
sorry. I'll buy you the expensive stuff next time.
I'm not
Jesus
saying
Christ,
I'm-
you're such a snob. Now that you're climbing the real estate like ladder, you're turning into a snob. Now that you're making more money.
Oh God!
Anyways,
I know.
So I have Corbel. Or you can have whatever champagne you want, and I have cranberry juice.
Cranberry,
okay?
cranberry.
So I'm gonna put
it's
a
the
splash
best,
in.
bigger than you.
Okay, so actually that was cute. Okay, listen. So when you make a mimosa, are you the type that is like all champagne and one little drop? Or are you like 50-50, 25%, 75%? Let's see.
What
This
are
is
you?
how I do. I'm the drop. I literally do
Show the camera
pretty
now.
much all champagne. Okay.
Mm.
So I'm going to do my champagne. Is it working? Okay. Fill it up like that. And then I'm going to take my cranberry juice and I'm going to try not to spill it everywhere.
Yeah, I know. We got to get you a smaller bottle.
And just like that. Yep, just a little splash. I don't know if I got that on the camera, but just a splash. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some fresh mint and I'm just going to put it in there. Just like that.
Wow.
So pretty.
That is
so
fucking
cute.
pretty. You know, it's all about the garnish, guys. Whenever we're
Right.
doing like you're the messy today, you're doing an alcoholic champagne, like the legit, the real, the OG champagne.
Yeah.
And when you do have those garnishes, it just makes such a huge difference. Like it could be sparkling water, it could be something in a fancy jet glass. Like get the garnish, guys. It's delicious. It just makes it look a little bit more presentable and like more fun to drink.
Now, a new beginning mimosa. It's a symbolic drink, so it's typically, it represents like a fresh start, positive change, and boy, do we have a lot to share today.
Oh, damn.
I mean, if you're invested, if you've been following us since episode 1,
that was over a year ago.
over a year ago, we have some hefty goals, and we've been working on them for
Yes.
a long time now.
Yes, we
here.
have been.
So first, we did break 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Thought the day would never come. It's like when you're putting yourself out there, sometimes
Yes.
it can just feel so stagnant. And
I
it's like, how do
know.
we get more followers? How do we?
Well, I got to give you credit.
Yeah.
You were the reason we did because you put Two Turn Tony involved in our episode and made
Yeah.
that really cute video. Like, why do we like Two Turn Tony? Why do we want to support him? Because he's hot.
Yeah, I think that one video did get us out there a bit, and just working with our friends and stuff and figuring things out.
That's fucking
It's going
good, girl.
good.
You're
Yeah.
right. The
Is
mint
it good?
really like adds a little.
Okay, so we hit 10,000.
Yes, we
you-
did, baby.
You
Let's
are crushing
go.
it. You're crushing it with real estate.
Well, let's be real here. Real estate is just crushing it because of the context, the sphere of influence. Like, I'm also very on edge. Like, I am going out for everybody. I am going to help your mother out. I'm going to help your cousin out. I'm going to help my best friends out. So the thing is, because it could dry up. Tomorrow, I could have like, once we close on properties, you don't know who's your next client. It's kind of like an acting job. It's like once you finish the production, you are not guaranteed another job.
So you found me and my husband, my family, our dream house.
Are we talking
our dream
about
home?
that?
I'm gonna just say it. Okay, it would take a lot for this to fall through. We're closing very soon.
We are.
Everything seems to be going well, right? Yeah. Okay, nothing to be concerned about here.
I love it.
So I already ordered my chickens.
Oh my! What? Wait, what?
I ordered chickens online.
Order chickens?
I went to a hatchery. It's called Myers Hatchery, and I just ordered them. So they're going to be shipped to me when they hatch. So I'm so excited, guys. I'm going to start with like the homesteading life that I've been wanting to do forever. I want to grow my own vegetables, some berries, apple trees, things like that do well up north in our climate.
Yes.
I mean, I wish I could grow lemon trees and stuff, but let's be real. That's not going to work up north.
That'll be for the next dream home.
That'll be for my like LA or Miami home, right?
Yeah.
So we're moving, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm on a wait list to get goats. I found a goat breeder, a pygmy goat breeder.
You really are going, and you don't fuck around. You're like, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening.
I've waited my whole life since the day I was born to be able to have like farm animals and things. So I think my goats will be born in like June.
Chill for a sec?
No, I can't chill. I'm no chill.
No fucking chill. I love it, but I'm also like, I'm like nervous for you because I'm like, I'm gonna have to help you with all this stuff, right?
No. Just don't let the house fall through.
Okay, no. We are aggressively on top of it, and you know that's the beautiful thing about working with your best friends, with your family. You get to see the magic happen. You get to see the dream home like prosper, and like I couldn't have seen a better like I showed you guys this place like on Zillow like months ago, but you at the time were like, it's not enough land.
I know. And I was like really hell-bent on living in a particular location that I've recently like decided that's not actually what I want.
No.
So
I mean, listen, as much as you could be the Wexford wife, the Wexford wife is really not that exciting. I mean, it's cute, but it's like you're so close to there, and then you're also like very close to like other things that we won't go into detail because we don't want to give away your location.
Yeah, I don't need any stalkers. Been there, done that. Had that before.
I had that too in New York. Yeah, that's some scary shit.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that like I don't want to sound like we're like that like full of ourselves, the stalker thing. I think we just sometimes like we forget to like maybe not put our address or our cell phone number.
Oh, hi Casey. Casey's
oh my God,
watching.
is Casey watching? We want to get Casey in. I really want to get Casey in the studio, but she's like, I don't want to talk about my life. I'm a private person, and I'm like, but you have so many good stories, Casey. We want you to come on. At least give us like 2 minutes of your time.
I know. Please, Casey, come right now.
Before she decides to pick up and leave. You never know what's going on with Casey. She could be here. She could be there. She could be in Europe. She could be in Miami. She could be in New York. It's like she's all over the map. And I swear to God, it's just the coffee. I swear.
You guys, it's hard. It's when you get older like me, it's tough making friends. I haven't made a new friend in like 2 years. And I finally made a new friend, Casey.
And we won't say that she's moving.
Why?
Because we don't know yet. We don't know because I think that like they're still trying to figure out, you know. I just feel like she's. I mean, let's be real.
She wants to, I think. So I'm like, oh, please don't move.
Well, she wants your life. She wants the little kids. She wants the homestead, or maybe she is a city girl though. Like that's the one thing. Like you guys, I felt like when you met, you were like this tight as fuck. But then you're the farm chick, and she's the city slicker.
Every city girl needs a farm girl friend.
Bestie. Yes.
Bestie friend. It's like you need that. You need that diversity, right?
I think you're right. I think you're right to balance each other out.
Yeah.
Because I'm a city person and you're a country girl.
Obviously I've never been raised in the country and I've never lived in the country before, but it's something I always wanted.
But you were a suburban chick that was out in the country for many years. You didn't even know the city of Pittsburgh. I was like shocked that you didn't know how to get around.
When I think about even my college that I went to, Slippery Rock, that was kind of country, and I never realized like how country that was until recently. But,
I know.
That is okay. So that's my alarm to get my daughter.
Oh, you gotta call.
Nope, I don't have to get her. My husband's home. He's gonna go get her.
Because I was gonna say, you know, sometimes you don't trust anybody to pick up your daughter, so you're always like, I gotta go, and like we'll be mid conversation, mid recording, and you're like, fuck, I didn't find the person that was gonna get her, and then they're gonna be 5 minutes late, and I'm like, Kelly, you're leaving me hanging on the fucking mic. But hey, it's your firstborn.
Yeah.
I get it. I actually don't get it, but I will get it.
Have
when
you
I have
ever heard
them.
of misophonia?
You always bring these good terms up. I have never heard of that.
I think I have it.
You have misophobia?
Misophonia. I think I do.
Misophonia.
Yeah.
What is it?
So are there any
Or should I
like
guess?
does the sound of someone like chewing food or eating, does that bother you?
I'm that guy that does it,
You
so
do
it
it.
doesn't bother me
Okay,
because
does
I'm
anything
a bat.
is there any sound that like you hear it and it kind of like really bothers you, it triggers you, maybe you get a little emotional or like angry?
Yes, my babysitter growing up, for all intents purposes, the one that kind of like scarred us.
Yes.
She would always make these noises, like when she would get up off the couch, it was just annoying. She would get
Like, oh, like
yeah.
it's hard to get up.
Yeah, like it was like annoying, and I don't know what it was, like a high pitched like.
Is this real?
I'm serious.
Oh, that's so strange.
God rest her, and she's not
rest
with
in
us
peace.
anymore.
Rest
yeah,
in peace.
God rest her. What am I?
Even though she did traumatize you as a child.
Yeah, that's another. Well, we've talked about.
We've
that
covered
before.
that in later episodes.
Yeah,
other episodes. Anyways, I think I have it, but like not to spread like hate on men, but like sometimes when a man's voice is really deep and like loud, it like pierces my ears. It like hurts. It like hurts my ears, and it makes my head feel like it's gonna explode.
Like Brian's.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even my husband, he can. I'm like, do not talk to me in that voice.
So how does it like? Can you like mimic it? Can you like?
I can't talk that low.
Okay,
but
so
it's just
I probably can't either.
See, that's a little low for me. You're getting a little low.
Really?
Yes.
So you would rather
I like your tone. Your tone is fine.
Yeah, I got a little high pitched vibe to it.
I like that. So, but if you went like lower, I can't.
Oh,
I just
really?
can't. And it's like I asked ChatGPT. I was like,
what the fuck is
what
this?
is this? And they're like, you need to like ChatGPT was like, you need to seek help. Like, I need to talk to somebody and get help with this because like. I think I do because I get just very enraged and no hate on men, like not with a low voice, like please no hate. It's just
I mean
I can't.
I would be actually more aroused and turned on by a low voice.
I think some people are, but for me it enrages me. I'm like shut up, stop talking.
Oh my
like,
god,
I can't listen to it.
See, I can't even imagine not being like, oh, that's kind of hot.
Well, I mean, think of it this way: like some girls have like really high pitched voices.
Oh my god,
is that a little too much, or is
that's too much for me? But I also like appreciate it because it's so like it's like wow, like mesmerizing.
I appreciate like a female voice.
Yeah.
But. I watched that new Amy Schumer movie.
Oh my god, kind of pregnant,
and it was
she's so good,
hilarious.
Right?
I swear she's getting funnier and funnier with each movie.
So, did you think it was too slapstick? Like, like was it?
It's like her though.
It is her. Yeah.
No, I thought I was laughing out loud.
She was so pathetic to like fake a pregnancy.
Oh my god!
But I think it made some like real vulnerable points because like I have like friends in LA that have like been really trying hard to get pregnant and like it has been so stressing them out, and I think unfortunately like that was very funny, and I guess that shed some light on.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, did you feel that?
Yeah, yes.
But to go back to the movie, we'll go back to the funny parts.
No, I think the message was great.
Yeah. But also like kind of psychotic. Like that she faked it.
Hers, yeah. Like her character was definitely psychotic. But,
or maybe just like a real honest, vulnerable person that just got jelly, you know? It is kind of fucking weird, like how like I love that the other comedian, the like counselor in the movie that was like, you need to seek help.
Yes.
You are so fucking ridiculous that you're like faking this fake baby bump.
Yeah. No,
would you ever do that?
Well, I wouldn't do that. But there was a quote that kind of, or like part of the movie that kind of was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like they said that like women, like how many birth stories have you heard? And like we eternalize this like crazy traumatic experience, and we just like never talk about it again.
Right.
And it's like, do you even know like how you were born? Do you know your birth story?
No.
Like we just don't, people don't talk about it.
I mean, they talk about the good part.
Yeah.
Like that the guy that the what is it called? The doctor that has you.
Yeah.
His birthday was my birthday.
Oh, really?
And it was his 70th birthday, so he had to like expedite this process because the guy got a big 70th birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And so his name was Albert. But anyways, other than that, they didn't talk about the fucked up shit that happened. Like they just glamorize it, right?
Yes.
You were the first person who told me the dark shit.
And I've never shared it, so I'm just gonna share it today since people don't share it.
Be honest.
I mean, if this isn't what you want to hear, sorry, but I'm gonna tell you everything that happened. I wanna hear it. And I'm gonna summarize it though. So I was in labor for a very long time, like
with the first.
With the first, yeah, it was like 18 hours of like.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. I know there's been people that are longer,
normal,
but
right?
I think for a first time, like definitely it takes. They normally don't just like slide on out of you the first time.
Well, yeah, because it's so tight.
Sure. So I was not dilating. So
basically,
basically, you have a cervix in there, and it's supposed to dilate so that the baby can come out. And mine just was like not. They had to induce me. I was over 40 weeks. And
oh my God. So 40 is like 9 months and some change?
Yeah. I was like 40 weeks and 4 days. And they gave me Pitocin, which is supposed to, it's like a hormone, and it's supposed to put you into labor. And it just was, I was getting contractions, but I was not dilating. So I'm just like finally I was dilated after using a peanut ball. I had to lay on my side with like this ball between my legs, and like for some reason that worked. I felt like I had to take a shit. I was like, I think I have to poop. And I'd already had an epidural, so I couldn't walk. And then they checked me, and it wasn't that I had to poop. It was the baby's head was starting to crown, right?
Oh my God.
And it was just like a really bizarre
Did Ryan
feeling.
Did your husband get to see it?
He watched the whole thing. I'm surprised he'll even touch me now. I would be traumatized from like what he saw. But anyways, I'm pushing and pushing, pushing. There was no progress, and I refused a C-section like an idiot. They're trying to tell me like,
why did you not do it? Well, you didn't want the scarring.
I didn't want the scar, and I was like, it was really like no, like I was like, I'm a woman, and I'm going to do this like a woman, and I'm gonna push this out of my like vagina like I'm supposed to. Like it was like this. It's not a good way of thinking.
And
I
you
will tell
had
you
the drugs, obviously.
I did have the Pitocin. Yes, I had the epidural, which I didn't think I was going to do that either. But holy shit, it hurt so bad I had to.
Yeah.
Anyways, they had to cut me all the way like to my asshole, like from coochie to asshole.
Oh my God, coochie to ass.
Yeah. Yep. All the way fourth degree. So it was a 4th degree tear, and I tore up internally as well.
Oh my God.
And then they had to suck her out.
See, that's the shit that you don't hear.
Yeah. And they had like a suction cup. They had to suck her out too. And like, basically they're like, you're really lucky. That was the hardest delivery like that we've had. My doctor had been a gynecologist for like 30 plus years. He's like, don't ever do this naturally again. Like you need a C-section next time. He was like very serious. He's like, you know, I guess we're lucky. We didn't have to break her shoulder or anything to get her out. He said my pubic bone just like comes down a little bit further. So like there's just not, there wasn't as much space to come out.
Like you do. I mean, not to like say anybody like doesn't have a perfect. I think it's just like I cannot believe how big your belly got because you were so like little and petite, and you still are, but it's just like I can imagine like your frame.
I ain't cute when I'm pregnant.
Well,
I turn into a tomato.
Well, it's like crazy because I think it makes sense because like when you are without a baby and even now, like you're just so little, like you don't have those like.
Oh, thank you. I'm just so little. I'm like a little feather. I'm gonna blow away, guys.
Well, like you remember like us in cross country runners are little. And
I'm going to tell my second birth story. It's 2 seconds long.
Yes.
So I go in with contractions and his heart rate was dropping, and it was emergency C-section. Emergency C-section. He's fine.
You never told me that.
Yes, I did. Did I not?
You did after like years later, but I'm why would you not tell?
But those are my 2 birth stories, and I want you to share yours below, or tell me how you were born. Everyone has some crazy stories on how they were born.
To ask your mom,
ask
or
your mom
your
how
dad
you were born.
How you were born.
Yes,
I'm gonna ask her tonight.
Yeah,
or I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
I feel like we like talking about like it. Because it is suppressed. It is so suppressed. I literally feel
you like talking about birth.
Now. Yes.
And I think even from that movie, Kind of Pregnant, it did bring like a lot of like, wow, like nobody talks about the hard shit or nobody talks about the bad parts. I mean, you do when it's like fatal or very like.
Yes. Oh God, we never want to hear that.
No,
never.
That was kind of dark.
Oh, and like I know I'm just running my mouth right now.
I love
but this
when
is
you
an
run
update.
that mouth.
So we did like a Q&A on
Yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
And so people shared some stories. And I did want to share that I got a frying pan for Valentine's Day.
Okay, wait.
Remember I said I was going to update you guys?
Okay, is it a nice one?
It's a cast iron frying pan. In his defense, I did ask for one, but
for Valentine's Day.
But you guys
Day,
tell
though?
me, is that Valentine's Day appropriate?
No.
I'm
I
like,
love
are you
my
kidding
boy,
me?
but like
frying pan?
he's my boy, but like I'll be talking about this later.
He's like, it's
I'll be having a
expensive.
problem.
I'm like, how much was it? He's like, it was $200, and I'm
But
like,
was it for him too?
it was
Because he
definitely
wanted
for
the
him
meat
too. Yeah,
cooked.
yeah. He likes to cook his steaks on there.
So it's not a Valentine's
I know,
Day gift.
bullshit. So I went and I dropped like a couple hundred on like
Oh my god.
new shoes, new kicks, guys. I went and I got some new
Oh,
kicks. I was like, I'm just gonna do
shit.
what I want.
I
got these
like
shoes.
them.
You like them?
Those are cool.
Yay.
I do like them. I saw them and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, they look pretty
I got some other
fresh.
ones too. So, anyways, I got my way. Anyways, and I'm
I
getting a new
know.
house. So
Oh my god, don't act so fucking cocky, girl.
I know. I need to shut up.
I love it. No.
Okay, Ryan.
Hey,
this
we
question.
can be real with each other. We
This
can be
one
real.
is for you. This is
Ooh.
so it says, for someone who's sober curious, what tips would you
Yes.
give them to enjoy a night out without feeling pressured to drink?
Sober curious.
What are your tips to not feel pressured?
Not feel pressured. Okay, so I recently went out with a bunch of drinkers and there was a lot of like discrepancy, like, why don't you not drink? Like, not a judgment place, but I could tell that it was like, is this gonna work? Like, are we gonna vibe well tonight? Like all four of us? And I think it's just having, truthfully, my mission behind the podcast and the message behind it is for people like me who don't have necessarily like a problem of relapsing or are not in a program, but I would definitely be open to going to AA as
Yes.
a program to support myself and others. But I just need a mocktail. I need a non-alcoholic beer. I need a fancy beverage. So like that's what my tip is. If you give me a mocktail, ideally low sugar, please. And maybe not like $20. But if you give me a non-alcoholic beer, like I'm happy.
Good.
I'm with the crew.
Okay. Yeah, that's good advice.
Like right
and
now.
Now there's another. This leads me to the next question for you. What is your favorite mocktail? I would say it's definitely like probably Amethyst or Dirty Pelican, but you tell me, what is your favorite?
You nailed it. It's a combination of the two. I like the lemon Serrano, Amethyst, non-alcoholic, botanical spirit. Shout out to Amethyst and our girl Jane Harmon. And then we also love Brian and his wifey at Dirty Pelican mixers. So this is not just to like promote their brands because we're getting a promo code to give to you guys. We don't get compensated just by like, you know, giving and sharing this. I love the jalapeno spicy margarita from Dirty Pelican. Mix it with the lemon Serrano. It is my favorite chef's kiss.
Those two brands do have the best flavors. We have tried so many. We've tried so many different ones.
Pathfinder,
and those two, hands down, are the best flavors. And personally, the Amethyst, I like to drink it on rocks.
Oh, it's so good. It gives you a little kick.
And it actually tastes good, guys. It's not like that nasty fake liquor that tastes like shit.
We've had that shit before.
Yeah, this actually tastes
It's quality.
amazing. And it gives you that bite.
I love a bite.
It's great.
I
It's
love
great.
A
And
bite.
then Dirty Pelican mixers.
Oh my
I mean,
God. and skinny too.
so good. And they're skinny and they're healthy. I think they're organic too.
I know.
I need to get my facts, you know.
You got to get your
straight,
facts straight, baby.
So here's an interesting one. What do you both navigate? Oh, sorry. How do you both navigate friendships when one person is sober and the other drinks?
Oh, for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did at first, like my first couple months of being sober, I was having a hard time like being on fun times with you because I saw you having so much more fun than me. And so I was like, oh
I'm
God.
so sorry if I made it harder for you.
No, you didn't like intentionally do it. It's just like part of the process. I think in some way, I just kind of needed to accept that like, you're gonna still have a good time. Like you have to like change your mindset.
And I never pressured him, guys. Like,
No,
you cannot be pressuring your friends to drink just because it might like fit your agenda. Like, I truly didn't care. To me, I thought you were just as fun.
Yes.
With or without it. So
do you think that everybody feels that way? Like that is in our posse, in our circle, in our crew?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I do know that there's some people that made you feel, like they wanted the old Ryan that like, because trust me, if you think he's crazy now, he is batshit crazy when he drinks, and maybe we don't want that, guys.
I don't
maybe
think
that's
so.
just too much because you're 34 years old.
I know I could look like shit like I did before whenever I was
come on, you always look great.
I don't know. I was getting a big old pumpkin face from eating and drinking and fucking takeout, and I think it was a slippery slope because like then I was adding the pot and then I was adding the drinks and then I was adding the food and then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna work out tomorrow.
Right. That's the one thing that'll get me sometimes. Like if I drink, I totally don't want to work out the next day. But you got to just do it anyways. It makes you not want to drink then that day.
I know.
Anyways, okay. What is a fun, sober activity that you recommend?
I think the best one is something very simple is bowling. I was going to say golf.
Bowling, yes.
I was going to say golf, but bowling is so much fun. You could like have a blast if there's good music on. Like people can be drinking or you can be not drinking. I mean, what are your thoughts? What's a good, fun, sober activity?
I mean, any exercise, because please don't be drinking when you're exercising. You're going to hurt yourself. But I mean, I love just hiking and things like that.
Yeah. I think hiking is really like nice to be out in nature and just not like I've been so in the gym and Orange Theory, like fitness classes. Like sometimes we forget to just go for a walk outside or a run. Yeah,
because I will say this. I don't want to replace one, problem with another problem per se. So like I would say like shopping or something. But then that could get out of hand, and before you know it, you're spending too much money.
Yeah.
So I do like, the things that are free or like, not going to break your bank, like bowling.
I know. Well, I think even
coming?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. But I do think even like that reminds me, I didn't even pay for the bowling, so I gotta find out like and I'm the sober one at this bowling alley with the group of friends that I kind of was having a great time with. Not kinda.
Was that here or in New York?
That was in Pittsburgh, and this was this past weekend, and it was so much fun. But I was the one that forgot to take my shoes back. I literally walked out of the place with the bowling shoes,
so
and
you
went
were
to the next bar.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
on
the drunk one.
Level. I was the drunk one sober.
Yeah,
I was the fucked up one. Yeah.
Okay, so this one's good. As an ex's duo, what's the most surprising thing you've learned about each other since the breakup?
An ex duo.
I didn't realize we were an ex duo, but we are because we're exes.
Somebody said, yeah, exactly. I mean, I still kind of forget that we dated because
you know
was
what?
back. What was the last time
when
we dated?
We were dating?
Was it in freshman year?
It was in high school, guys.
Well, yeah. Was it freshman year?
Kind of in college.
Was it sophomore year?
It was a little bit in college.
Kind of in college.
Yeah, it was a little bit in college.
We'll call it a little like wing thing.
When I was dating you, you really did make me feel like I was like the hottest bitch around.
Oh no shit.
So
I like that. I didn't realize that I said that. What do you think I did what did I do to make you feel that way?
You're just so like lots of
touchy.
Words, touchy and words of affirmation.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yeah. So I think whenever we broke up, I realized, oh fuck, I'm not the hottest bitch on the block.
You think so?
Because like, yeah.
Well, I think this is that thing. I remember whenever we broke up at confirmation camp.
Oh my gosh, we got in trouble.
My mom was like, I'll never forget. Kelly was like, Mrs. Frankowski, can I like talk to Ryan? I think we need a little bit more time. And like, it was just like, I don't know what we were doing. Were we like being like flirty in the woods?
We were being flirty. So we got separated at church camp. And
I mean, I guess it is a whole church skit. Camp.
They put on a skit. Then the counselors put on a skit for the camp.
Yes. Yeah.
About like how not to act like around Jesus or whatever.
Right?
Yeah, it was like a whole skit, and it was because of us, and everybody there knew it was because of us, and it was so embarrassing.
I know, and they were almost like making us feel bad about it.
Yeah, they definitely shamed us.
Oh my
God,
God,
they totally slut shamed me. Totally.
I know. And I just thought to myself, we were getting like everybody else like shit on us because they were like, we have to sit through this shit now.
Yeah. Like all the activities. Been having a good time. I think lunch got delayed. People were a little hangry.
Just two flirts in church camp, you know?
Yeah, well, maybe don't do co-ed church camp.
Yeah, right?
That was probably the problem.
I mean, that's why Catholic schools, you know, keep them segregated. Keep the girls in one school and the boys in another.
I'll never forget that. That was great.
I know.
Okay, what percentage of couples are lying about wanting to be monogamous?
I think 50%.
I was
or
60.
Say the same. Yeah, 60%. And I do feel like now that I'm kind of like, I don't know, like kind of like dating around, like having like these feelings, like these butterfly effects.
Now that you mention it, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
So I'm getting a little bit.
Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
I thought you said 50%. Sorry. Go on.
I guess I.
Go on. No, go on.
50% of couples, I think it might be 55 to 60% couples like do not want to be monogamous.
And I guess you gather this because of. Why do you think that?
I just think as humans, like, we want to like have the partner. It's like we want to be like, you know, in this like courtship, this private like relationship that nobody can come in and like feel jealous or insecure, and like you want to feel safe in this like partnership. But then after a while, like most humans, it's like, okay, you're not going to want to eat the same thing every day. You want to get a little bit of variety, and that goes with like just human beings throughout life. Like, I'm not saying like you can't be in a monogamous relationship. I just think eventually you start to like be like, okay, should we try a threesome? Okay,
you're thinking 55 to 60% start to think this way.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I mean, as a female, I'll never say who, but I've had, you know, people's husbands make me feel a bit uncomfortable before.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, in a way that they like definitely want to.
Yeah.
Like they would cheat. I know, like they would. They totally would.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like it's an uncomfortable position to be in, but it's like you see it all the time as a woman, as just a woman, and even you probably see that.
Oh yeah.
And it's like. Ugh.
I mean, I feel bad for like this couple. They've been together forever, and like you could tell that they just, with the children, they're making it like work. They're doing the best thing for the kids, but you could tell they both like individually said to me like
having kids is tough.
They were like, I would love to like have a hall pass. I would love to like go on a trip and like just
I'll say if your relationship is struggling, like don't add kids to the mix. It's gonna
I know.
It makes it so much harder.
If there's already cracks, like don't add kids. But then sometimes the kids add they work it out, like they make it work.
Sometimes it depends on the people. But anyways, I'm starting to get confused because, well, first of all, you haven't been as accessible because you're always with somebody.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, like I was trying to give you your privacy, but like I'm hearing too many different names now. And what is going on with your dating life?
I just think it's never been like more fun. And I think a lot to do with like sobriety and knowing like 34.
And give the background, how you had planned to be single for
2 years.
And
I definitely am.
It's been a year and 2 months, and you are definitely dating now.
I mean, dating is a loose term, and I think it's always good to interview before you date.
Yes.
I think there's an interview process.
If you're not official,
even me, I'm fucking crazy. So
you can date 10 people at once if you're not official with somebody. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay, non-official allows for people. I mean, this is a thing. Do you tell the others that like, hey,
No, because here's the thing. You don't just say like go on one date and say, oh my gosh, we're official now and we're like boyfriend girlfriend. It takes a while. You have to get to know somebody before you decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think people forget that.
Boyfriend or girlfriend and girlfriend.
Yes. Ugh, stupid me.
Oh my God, you're so
I'm speaking from personal experience.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for calling me out though.
I will.
So how's the dating going then?
I mean, it is so much fun. It's giddy for like a couple different reasons.
See that you've been giddy.
I've been
You're
giddy
happy.
as
You're
fuck. But see,
smiling.
this is the thing. I wanted to focus on work and I wanted to like stay like on the grind. But then it's just like, I guess I kind of forgot how good it feels to have the butterfly effect. And I said this last time on
Aw.
Valentine's Day. I didn't even have a Valentine, which is totally fine because I think I didn't want to put all my like, I didn't want to put the pressure on anyone or myself because then you have to really like, Valentine's Day can be a little bit like, like it
I
can
know.
solidify it.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, it can.
So like if you're dating a couple people.
So did that person ever come visit you for
No,
Valentine's Day?
no,
Okay.
No. And then get this, fast forward, I'm like just always having somebody that I connected with a year ago and been back and forth, but nothing like, I think I might have talked to you about this person. And then just like all of a sudden, like 180, like just woo, like what the fuck, like but see, I'm wondering, is this a thing where I'm in the driver's seat and I'm ready to take the next step with whoever it may be, if it's one or the other?
I think you're firing up your engines.
I'm firing up. I'm getting my mojo back.
I don't think you're ready. As your friend, I don't think you're ready.
No. But it is exciting.
I think you just had a really good like month with like as a real estate agent.
Yes.
You're
getting a little cocky.
It starts off slow,
Not
as
cocky.
you said.
I don't
Well,
think
it starts off slow, and now things are happening for you. And not only that, you've been getting a lot of deals with like commercials and the modeling
Yes.
agency, and I'm so proud of you. Congrats.
Thank you.
And
even
everything's
like
taken
working-
off for you right now.
Well, I think I'm just like, I'm not saying no to anything. I'm saying yes. And I'm
Yes.
also
I don't know
able to
how you
commit.
do it.
Well, I think it's because that you think about it. Like, I don't have children.
I know,
I'm
but you're
not in a serious
so
relationship.
busy. Ooh,
I know,
that.
I know. But I think you can kind of understand this too.
Yeah.
Your time, you would have like triple the amount of time if you didn't
Yes.
have a husband and
Yes.
didn't have children.
Yes.
You would have so much free time. So whenever it's like busy people get things done.
Busy
like
people get more done.
that's
The
what
busier
I was
you
trying
are,
to.
The busier you are, the more you'll get done.
The
So much
busier you are,
easier.
the more you get done.
So much easier to keep it rolling when you're already really busy.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting at home, you just want to stay sitting at home. Like a
I
body in
know.
motion stays in motion.
Yes,
Like,
physics.
right?
Yeah,
Just
let's
it
go
all comes
with the
down to physics. And
yeah.
I do remember that. Like I have to think back to like I've been married for 11 and a half years now. But before then, like and even before the kids, like me and my husband, we were always doing something.
I know.
And like I miss like being that busy, but like I couldn't do it right now.
Well, I think you are busy in another way.
Yes,
you have
I'm, like, strapped
to
down.
take care.
I'm mommy now.
You're mommy
I'm mama.
times 2.
Mama.
Mama times 3 because your hubby says mommy.
No, he doesn't, guys. But that's funny.
These are getting old. These jokes are getting old.
I love the jokes.
Uh-huh.
Comment below if you like his jokes or if you think they are
creepy
or immature.
Yeah, or inappropriate.
Yeah.
I've been known to do that, but I think in some ways, like, I don't think I can not be appropriate. I think it's just
Yeah.
in my DNA.
And that's the thing. I think when we started the podcast, we're like, how much of ourselves should we be?
Show?
And we kind of went crazy in the beginning. We were totally ourselves, kind of. And then we kind of pulled back because we were getting feedback. Like, people will say mean things and, like,
Oh, yeah.
gossip and drama.
And it was
starts to go
hateful.
around.
It was kind
Some
of
hateful
hateful.
things, yeah.
Or it was just like we were like getting slapped on the wrist.
Right. And now I think we've come full circle and we're like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah,
like, we're
I'm
just going to be
sorry.
ourselves.
We've
if
and
you
it's
don't like us, don't watch us.
like, please unsubscribe if
Yeah.
you do not like. I mean,
Yeah.
I really hate to like be that guy, but I just don't give a fuck because this is like,
just
something
doing
we're
this for fun.
passionate.
This is fun.
We're having fun. We're being vulnerable. I think in some ways, like, I know and that like we were meant to spread the mission of mocktails or messy.
Yes. Yeah. We are totally here for sobriety, sober, curious, and moderation.
And
We
even
really
the
wanna
messy
push that.
booze hounds as friends.
Definitely,
Like, I love
100%.
a messy booze hound as
Yes.
long as you don't drive
Yes.
and as long as you don't create drama.
And please wait until at least like 4 or 5 o'clock to like have your cocktail.
I
Don't please don't start in the morning.
What about boozy brunch though?
Okay,
on a weekend?
fine.
Boozy
Every
brunch
now
on
and
the
then.
weekend.
Every once in a while, that's totally fine. I have yet to do that in a while, but
somebody asked me, they were like, "What's the hardest thing about being sober?" And I'm like, the hardest thing about being sober is going back to New York and going out and walking the streets and being like, oh my God, I used to go to boozy brunch there. I used to do boozy brunch there. And it was just like, that was my highlight, but that's a kind of a sad highlight because then you're like, that was just like your whole day was drunk.
You know what? Things are different now for everybody. Like, I'm never going to be who I was, 5 years ago.
No.
And it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't. And just like evolving, being evolve. Better versions of ourselves. Yay, 30s, mid 30s. Well, thank you guys for listening to Mocktails or
Messy.
This is Ryan Frankowski and
Kelly Mizgorski, and we're signing out. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it. Our first live. Congratulations to anybody who is celebrating sobriety, or if anybody who's practicing mindful moderation drinking. We want to be there for you. Please comment below if you are on a mission like us. We greatly appreciate it. You know how to stop it? I think it's already stopped. Yeah, they stopped recording it. How do you know? Oh my God, that was like, oh yeah.
How do you know?
I thought we were gonna do that little spoof.
Oh, you wanted to catch me talking shit, huh?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut right now.